Hello, welcome. Good morning. I am so excited to be here, you guys. This is incredible. There were a lot of people on saying that they were going to be here today. So I'm really excited to see all of you. And let's get started, okay? So today what we're going to be talking about is when you say you're fine, but burnout actually tells another story, right? So we've all said it, I'm fine. But in burnout, fine doesn't mean okay. What it actually stands for is frustrated, insecure, neurotic, and emotional, right? So today we're going to unpack what that really looks like, why it happens, and how to stop living in fine mode, right? So if you've ever said, I'm fine, but really you felt frustrated or insecure or like you're just holding it together inside, you are in the right place today. Okay, so if that's you, stick around. So I'm curious, who here would love to feel calm and confident inside or instead of stuck in that fine spiral, right? Comment or leave a reaction or something just so that I can know you're here and you're feeling it, right? So, who here wants to have the energy and the presence to actually enjoy life instead of just surviving it and being fine? Raise your hand. Okay, leave a comment. Let me know that you're here, that you're in the right place, that we're getting shit done today. Okay, so let's get things going. All right. First off, the F in fine. It stands for frustrated. Okay, so what this looks like, you can identify this by being irritated by small things that never used to bother you. Okay. So maybe something your kids are doing, or the stupid joke a coworker makes for the 100th time. Okay. Or how many times someone says, um, I remember at one job, I started making tally marks on my notes for how many times one person would say, in one meeting. How crazy is that? That's how annoyed and burnt out I was on things. So you also get short tempered with coworkers, family, or even yourself. So my family knows when this happens with me because I can get pretty short tempered. What you may not realize though is that underneath this frustration is exhaustion, right? Your system is maxed out. Your body is living in fight or flight mode, and you most likely feel absolutely wired when you try to go to bed. How many of you can relate to this? Comment below, raise your hand, tell me. Tell me that, oh my gosh, I'm wired at night. I can't get to sleep. And then that 3 a.m. thought that, well, I can still get 3 hours of sleep. I can still get 3 hours of sleep. I can still get 2 hours of sleep looking at the clock. Who goes through that? Right? Just comment below. Tell me. Tell me how you're feeling. Okay. So after the F for, the fine, next is insecure. This is where imposter syndrome kicks in with the I'm not good enough. I can't keep up. Or why am I here? I can't do that. Any number of thoughts about doubt sneak in. So you start doubting decisions, second guessing everything you do. It may even feel like your brain is on overdrive, overthinking everything. Okay. This is burnout, and burnout steals your confidence because your brain is just running on fumes. Okay. Has anyone felt insecure lately? Let us know in the comments. If you're comfortable enough, put something in the comments. Let us know how you're feeling, okay? If live, watching the rerun, wherever you are, okay? So next, we have neurotic. This one's fun. So this looks like racing thoughts, obsessive overthinking, and really feeling like you're losing it, okay? Your head constantly runs through awful thoughts where you're anticipating every worst case scenario possible, every single possible one, okay? Running it through your head, getting everything. But you're not neurotic, I promise, okay? It's your nervous system responding to the stress the way it is supposed to. Your body is acting how it's supposed to. You are not broken. This is how your body is supposed to respond. This is your unconscious at work, and it is doing its job. Everything is working the way it's supposed to. All right. So your brain and your system stay stuck in this overdrive. All right. So who here has felt neurotically? Again, let us know in the comments, okay? If you're comfortable enough, only if you're comfortable enough. If you're not, then just ignore it, keep pressing through, okay? So finally is our good old friend, emotional. Yes. This can show up as crying at random times, snapping unexpectedly, or even feeling numb, okay? This can also look like a roller coaster, ups and downs over and over again. I mean, who wants to get off this roller coaster ride? Hmm? No, I do. I hated the emotional roller coaster. It was awful. So these emotions feel bigger and harder to regulate when you're depleted. Okay. Your stress hormones are high and you don't have a clue how to regulate it. That's what's going on here, okay? So, this is how burnout magnifies your feelings because your resilience tank is empty. It's done, it's burnt out, doesn't have the capacity anymore, okay? So, go ahead again and comment for this one too. Who has felt this emotional roller coaster? I can't see your comments, but I promise I will respond if you leave comments. I'll respond if you have questions, anything, please respond, okay? So, if you have felt this emotional roller coaster, right? What I would like you to know is that all of this is normal, okay? This is a normal response. I said that again a few minutes ago, but I really want this point to hit home with you that this is your body acting how it is supposed to. All right. This is your body trying to protect itself. Okay. So this happens for a few reasons. All right. Not just one. We have a few reasons for why your body is acting fine. Ready? So, first, you're in a stress cycle. Your nervous system gets stuck in on mode. Okay. So you never recharge. This is why you feel wired but exhausted. Your body doesn't know how to recover with this stress cycle. Okay. And then next, we have some perfectionism popping in. High achieving women push harder instead of pausing. Okay. This might be you. I'm probably talking to the right person. I know it was me. So, this is why we're wired to burn out. Okay. People who have a natural ability to slow down and listen to their bodies don't do this like we do. But, huge but here, that does not mean you are broken. Okay? Did everyone hear that? Should I say it louder for the people in the back? Okay. This does not mean you are broken. All right. So, third, we have suppressed emotions. Okay. This is where you avoid feeling anything. So they build up, those emotions build up, and then they leak out. Okay. So we're pressing them down, thinking, I'll deal with it later. But we don't, because something always comes up. There's always a crisis at work, there's always things happening. Okay. So imagine, if you can, one of those cans you can buy at joke shops. Do you guys remember those? That you shove these springs that look like snakes down into those cans. You shove them down in. Do you guys remember those? And what happens when you give the can to someone and you open it, right? The top of the can and all of these snakes come flying out. That is what happens to your emotions. And usually, sadly, it's like you gave that can to one of your kids or your spouse, and those emotions are directed at your family. And that's exactly where we don't want to aim it, right? At the people that we love, the people we want in our lives. We don't want to target all of that emotion and anger and frustration and stress. We don't want it going to those people. It's awful though, because that's usually where it ends up going. Okay, so fourth, we have survival mode. Your body and your brain are just trying to keep you going, not help you thrive. You are in survival mode. So this builds cortisol, our stress hormone, and can cause all sorts of health issues if we are here too long. Okay. If you're here in that fight or flight stage for too long, your body doesn't know how to recover. Sadly, I wish this helped, but a vacation to a tropical island is just a temporary fix. It's not permanent. So is something like more sleep. It's a temporary fix. Okay. So let me know in the comments again if there are any questions about this response. Okay. Which is, what was that again, you guys? That was normal. It's normal. All of this is normal for your body to be going through this. Okay. So go ahead and ask me the question. We've all been wondering. But Hayden, how do we stop living in fine mode? How? Okay. So this is the juicy stuff. This is where things start getting fun and just more helpful, I guess. Maybe not juicy, but we start by naming it. Okay. Saying I'm fine just keeps you stuck. Be honest about where you really are, because it's okay. It is not weakness. Okay, I'm going to repeat that again. This is not a weakness. Saying, I'm not fine right now, I'm freaking out, is okay. It's not weakness. It's actually quite a strength to be able to go, I might need some help here. Okay. So, what you can do is build some micro boundaries. All right. So, first we name it, and then we build some micro boundaries. All right. So, protect your energy with small no's instead of waiting until you're fully depleted. Okay. So, I would prefer you start saying no to things at work. Okay. But not things like a quick break. Okay. Hey, you want to go get a quick coffee? That's a good one. Taking a break, stepping away for a few minutes. That's a good one. Okay. It can even look like, hey, I don't have the capacity for that right now. Can we address this next week or tomorrow or whenever? I understand some things are emergencies and some things we can't say no to. We have to take it on. But try not saying no to the things that really matter, like your kids, your spouse. Okay. Keep those ones, keep those ones present. All right. So then next, after the micro boundaries, we start to regulate daily. Okay. I always recommend breath work. Okay. Grounding, nervous system resets to signal safety to your body, to your system. When you tell your body it's safe, that's when it starts to relax. Okay. And you can get out of this fight or flight. And that's when you start kind of burning off the cortisol, not necessarily burning it off, but it starts going away. It starts minimizing when your body is safe. Okay. So I've seen, and no judgment really, but I've seen really strange movements that people use. It's strange to me. Okay. If you like it and it helps you, whatever floats your boat. All right. There is no one way to get this done. All right. There's no one way to ground and do breath work necessarily and reset your nervous system. There are tons of ways to do it. But I would so much rather just use breath work. Like you can sit and just and there I just did breath work. That's super easy, especially at work and when you're in your office, things like that. Way easier than doing some strange movements and moving your body all around super slow and working your breath around. I've seen some different ones, but once again, no judgment because if it works for you, it works for you. Okay. So finally, what you're going to do is you're going to shift to self talk. Or, well, you're going to shift your self talk. Okay. So, an example would be moving from I should be doing more to resting helps me show up better. Okay. Give yourself that permission to rest and to not take on more. Okay. There are tons of ways to reframe self talk, but I will warn you the hardest part about self talk and this strategy, this step is catching yourself when you do it in the moment. You got to catch yourself in the moment and shift it, change it. We so often do things like when someone, oh, I love your shoes today, or I love your outfit today. Oh, this old thing. And we minimize things, right? You're looking good. Oh, thank you. I feel so fat, whatever. We never take the compliment and we always come out with something negative, right? Don't do that. Catch yourself, stop it, and do something positive. Just shift it a little bit, okay? Just so it's not negative about you, okay? So, I've actually gotten through this pretty quick, which I'm a little shocked about. So I hope this was helpful today. But to close things out, saying I'm fine often means that you're quietly unraveling. Okay. On the inside, you're unraveling, but you're telling people, I'm fine, I'm fine. So be aware of this when you say it. And when you hear other people say it, because you may be hearing your employees, I'm fine. What does fine mean though? What does it mean to them? Burnout doesn't show up as laziness or weakness, okay? It shows up as frustration, insecurity, neurotic, and emotional, okay? That those emotions, they feel too big to manage, all right? If you hear an employee, a coworker, a friend, somebody saying, "Oh, I'm fine," think about that. That can make you a better manager, a better leader. Just identifying, oh, they might be in this, they might be in this frustration, insecurity. Are they feeling neurotic? Are their emotions all over the place? Maybe something's going on in their personal life that has their emotions just running crazy inside them and they don't know what to do. You can help them with that, okay? So the good news is once you recognize the pattern, you can start breaking free from it, okay? You can get away from this. You can get away from fine. You can get out of burnout. And know, I've said it so many times today, but know that your body is responding how it's supposed to. It is trying to protect you. Okay. So if this was helpful for you, which I really hope it was, who am I kidding? Of course, this was helpful, right? So I'm going to link my stress archetype quiz below in the comments so that you can see how stressed you really are, okay? The feedback on this quiz has just been incredible. People are absolutely loving it, all right? And if you know you are here, okay, if you're like, I don't need a quiz, I know I'm stressed AF, all right? I know I'm burnt out. Or maybe you are on your way to it and really want to stop it in its tracks, okay? To save your job, your family, relationships, health, to save any of it, just send me a DM and say now, okay? When you send me that DM, we can see if you are a good fit for my program because that is where the huge transformations take place, okay? So again, if you want that transformation from fine to incredible or great, happy, full of joy, if that's what you want, then just send me a DM saying now. All right. Have a great day. I will see you guys next week.